Mazda's CX-50 is making a bold promise: luxury-grade materials and sports car handling in a practical compact SUV. But this also means some surprising trade-offs that could completely change the way you look at this crossover. Let's start with the good stuff, the features that make the CX-50 stand out from the crowd. Number 4. Luxurious interior. Ever get into a friend's luxury car and think, wow, this feels expensive? Now imagine getting that same feeling without the luxury car price tag. That's what Mazda has pulled off with the CX-50's interior. This doesn't feel like a mainstream compact SUV. No cheap, hard plastic. Instead, you're surrounded by upscale materials. The dashboard feels elegant, with soft touch surfaces everywhere your hands naturally go. Higher trims bring leather upholstery with contrasting stitching that looks like it belongs in a German luxury crossover. Buttons and knobs have a satisfying tactile quality. Upper trims like the Premium Plus deliver features and materials that wouldn't be out of place in vehicles costing $15,000 more. It's the kind of cabin that makes you feel good every time you get in. But that luxurious interior is just the beginning. What's under the hood is where Mazda's traditional engineering excellence really shows through. Number 3. Excellent gas engines. Here's a problem nearly every turbocharged small SUV faces. You need to pass someone, so you step on the gas. There's a pause. Then the turbo spools up. Power arrives in a rush. It's not smooth. And in winter, some turbocharged engines feel sluggish until they warm up. Mazda is still perfecting the internal combustion engine, and the CX-50 benefits. The base 2.5-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder delivers 187 horsepower with immediate and sharp throttle response. It's smooth, refined, and returns around 26 miles per gallon city and 32 miles per gallon highway. But the real star is the optional turbocharged 2.5-liter engine, 256 horsepower and 320 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 happens in about 6.4 seconds, making it one of the quickest in the class. It's paired with a traditional 6-speed automatic that feels connected to what you're doing. What makes these engines appealing is their proven track record. These aren't new, unproven powertrains. And here's the kicker: the turbocharged engine is no longer available in the CX-5. If you want that performance in a Mazda SUV this size, the CX-50 is your only option. These gas engines are impressive, but if fuel economy is your top priority, wait until you hear what the hybrid brings. Number 2. Efficient and reliable hybrid powertrain. Imagine you're at a gas station watching the numbers climb as you fill up. Now imagine cutting that number by nearly 40%. That's what the CX-50 Hybrid delivers. The numbers: 38 miles per gallon combined, with 39 miles per gallon city and 37 miles per gallon highway. For a vehicle with all-wheel drive and 219 horsepower, those are excellent figures. If you're driving 15,000 miles yearly, you're saving hundreds of dollars annually. Over 5 years, that's potentially thousands back in your pocket. But here's the real game changer: Toyota's hybrid systems have earned legendary status for durability. We're talking powertrains that regularly surpass 200,000 miles with minimal issues. By adopting this technology, Mazda is giving buyers peace of mind that's rare. The underlying tech has been proven across millions of RAV4s and Highlanders over 2 decades. For buyers tired of watching their fuel budget spiral, this Toyota-sourced hybrid powertrain is a legitimate solution. But impressive efficiency means nothing if the vehicle isn't engaging to drive. And this is where the CX-50 truly separates itself from every competitor. Number 1. Class-leading athleticism. Most compact SUVs drive like appliances. They get you from A to B without drama, but also without joy. Steering is vague. The body leans in corners. For 99% of SUV buyers, that's fine. But for the 1% who actually care about driving, it's soul-crushing. Here's where the CX-50 absolutely demolishes the competition. Mazda has built a reputation for making engaging, fun-to-drive vehicles, and the CX-50 carries that torch. Remember that feeling the first time you drove a really good sports car? How the steering felt alive in your hands? You can get that feeling in a practical family SUV. Body roll is minimal, far better controlled than competitors. The steering is quick, responsive, and offers actual feedback. You can feel what the front wheels are doing. That turbocharged engine? It transforms this into a proper performer. With 320 pound-feet of torque, the CX-50 Turbo pulls hard from a standstill. All models come with all-wheel drive as standard. On twisty roads, the CX-50 feels agile and confident, more like a hot hatch than a family crossover. Compare this to the CR-V, which feels disconnected, or the RAV4, which feels competent but uninspiring. The CX-50 is in a different league entirely. It turns your daily commute from a chore into something you look forward to. For drivers who actually enjoy driving, who refuse to believe buying a practical vehicle means surrendering all pleasure, this is the compact crossover to beat. But that engaging driving experience comes at a cost, and that's where we need to talk about the drawbacks. Now let's flip the script and discuss what might make you think twice about the CX-50. Number 4. Stiff ride. Picture this. You're driving home after a long day, and all you want is to relax. But every pothole, every expansion joint shoots right through the cabin. Your back starts aching. Your passengers start complaining. That's the reality with the CX-50's firm suspension tuning. The CR-V floats over bumps with ease, but the Mazda, it's going to make you feel every single imperfection. And on a 3-hour road trip, that adds up fast. This becomes worse with 20-inch wheels, and some owners have described the ride as exhausting. The CX-50 uses a torsion beam rear suspension instead of the more sophisticated independent setup found in rivals. Some drivers report the car skipping on uneven surfaces during cornering, which kills your confidence in rough parking lots. What Mazda gains in handling sharpness, it sacrifices in everyday livability, but that stiff ride becomes even more problematic when you can't compensate with extra cargo space. Number 3. Less passenger and cargo space than most rivals. We've all been there. Packing for vacation, loading gear for camping, helping a friend move. You think you've got plenty of space, then reality hits. With the CX-50, the space limitations are baked into the design. Behind the second row, just 31.4 cubic feet. The CR-V, 39.3 cubic feet. The RAV4, 37.6 cubic feet. Fold the seats down and the CX-50 maxes out at 56.3 cubic feet, while the CR-V stretches to 76.5 cubic feet and the RAV4 hits 69.8 cubic feet. When you're hauling furniture or loading your kids' college stuff, those missing cubic feet become very real. The cargo area is designed deeper rather than wide, so you'll struggle to fit kayaks, lumber, or large equipment. The second row, small glass surfaces create a claustrophobic feeling. Your teenagers will complain. Your parents will feel cramped. So you're dealing with limited space and a firm ride, but at least you'd expect modern technology to make up for it, right? Well, that's where things get even more frustrating. Number 2. Outdated infotainment tech. Think about your smartphone. You see something on the screen, you reach out and tap it. Simple. Now imagine using a rotary dial and buttons for every menu, every setting, every function. That's the frustration waiting in the CX-50. Mazda is stubbornly sticking to its rotary controller approach. Want to adjust climate control? Dial. Change a radio station? Dial. Most modern buyers expect to touch the screen like their phones. The CX-50 only enables full touchscreen functionality when parked or using smartphone mirroring. J.D. Power points out the unintuitive menu structure and ineffective voice recognition. Owners report persistent glitches, screen freezing, delayed responsiveness, Bluetooth hiccups. Imagine your Bluetooth won't connect during an important call. These chip away at your patience every single day. Now, if you're considering the hybrid model for its efficiency, you need to know about some serious limitations that could be deal breakers. Number 1. Hybrid powertrain limitation. Let's say you've got a small boat for weekend lake trips or a utility trailer for home projects. Maybe you're thinking about a small camper for family adventures. Those plans just got complicated with the CX-50 hybrid. You're getting 219 horsepower and 38 miles per gallon combined. Sounds excellent until you see what you're giving up. That hybrid comes with a CVT transmission. You lose the shift paddles, and that engine droning becomes grating on highway drives. The hybrid is heavier, so it's not as nimble in corners. But here's where it really hurts. Towing capacity takes a massive hit. The standard non-turbo tows 2,000 pounds, the turbocharged version 3,500 pounds, the hybrid just 1,500 pounds. If you plan to pull anything substantial, this is a deal breaker. Even the RAV4 hybrid manages 1,750 pounds. So here's the bottom line. The 2026 Mazda CX-50 refuses to play it safe. If you value driving engagement, premium interior quality, and proven powertrains over maximum cargo space and cloud-like comfort, the CX-50 delivers an experience rivals can't match. But if you need to haul a family's worth of gear regularly, want a cushy ride for long trips, or expect your hybrid to tow more than a lawnmower, you're going to feel those compromises daily. The CX-50 is Mazda's statement that compact SUVs don't have to be boring appliances. And for enthusiast drivers willing to accept its trade-offs, it's one of the most rewarding vehicles in this segment. But the thing with modern SUVs is that even the best ones come with both advantages and compromises. If you think that models with impeccable reputation would be any different, just check out our video about the pros and cons of the Honda CR-V you can now see on the screen. Often considered the most complete compact SUV on the market, the CR-V also comes with a couple of compromises that are impossible to neglect.